welcome to Florian Hall for today's graduation. I'm going to ask everyone to please rise so we can have the grand entrance of our graduating recruits. Please remain standing. I'd like to first introduce our HR Director, Lenny D'Souza, for our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Outstanding, outstanding. Thank you, Lenny. Please remain standing for the retiring of the colors. Our invocation today will be by Chief Chaplain John Ooney.
Please be seated. Good morning, everyone. Father John Ooney, chaplain with the Boston Fire, and here together today with Rabbi Ira Korf, the Grand Rabbi, Reverend Carl Thompson, Father John Curry, as chaplains for the department. We also want to always remember the guy who set the path and the trail for us, Father Dan Mahoney, the Chief Chaplain Emeritus, who really has kind of set a tone. He was chaplain for like 50 some odd years, so a little longer than you guys have been on the earth, right? We're here as chaplains to serve and be available to you, not only for like ceremonies like today, but to be with you and for you in good times and in bad, from all of our different faith backgrounds and traditions, with listening ears, open hearts and minds. And all four of us definitely have the gift of gab, so we can chat with you too, whatever. Madam Mayor, Commissioner Burke, Fire Academy instructors, city councils, elected officials, all the members of the Boston Fire Department, the municipalities gathered today, all of our distinguished guests, family members, welcome. Today's a big day. It's a big day for your families, for the instructors, the department, the city, and for you, the class of 2024. We all know what it is to graduate. According to Merriam-Webster, the dictionary, it's to receive an academic degree or a diploma, or to mark with degrees accomplishment and measurement, but it's also to pass from one stage of experience of proficiency to a usually higher one, to change gradually. Receiving a diploma today, marked with degrees of accomplishment, yes, but you're also passing from one stage to another in life and in your careers. All you've learned at the academy, buying from these seasoned, knowledgeable, and real deal instructors into the real world. You're going in with a proficiency with which you'll carry out your duties and your responsibilities. You have been graduated, gradually changed. You've been taught. This graduation isn't just about the diploma, the handshake, the pinning, the salute, and the photo. Today, it's a culmination of all that you brought to the table when you first started, all that you've had to unlearn and newly learn, passing from one stage of experience to the next as proficient, albeit new, firefighters for the city of Boston and the other municipalities represented here today. From today on, continue to grow. Continue to change gradually as you move and fit into not only your new bunker gear, your new firehouse or group, but as you fit into your role in your respective departments in the city and in society. Remember, this isn't just a job. It's not a job where you just look to benefit for yourself, get as much as you can. First, this is a job in service to others. Some you'll meet who will be frequent flyers, who can't or won't help themselves. Service to those in need. You'll be serving people who are tremendously grateful and some who will be ungrateful, or at least incapable of expressing that gratitude. This is more of a calling as opposed to just punching the clock. You'll be a more fulfilled person on the job and in your own personal life. What we do as chaplains, it's not just a job, it's a calling. And seeing this in these terms, I think, is going to help us and help all of you to give and not count the cost. And there's somebody in my faith tradition about 2,000 years ago who talked about that, huh? Give and don't count the cost. And as all of us sadly and poignantly know, in 2 weeks, on March 26th, we will commemorate and remember Lieutenant Ed Walsh, firefighter Michael Kennedy from Ladder 15 and Engine 33, who lost their lives in the Beacon Street fire. Things can start off a day like today and go sideways fast. You guys will know that, experience that. Life can change. The giving that we all do can be supremely costly, even the giving of one's life to save another. But you're graduating today, your gradual changing, your proficiency has propelled you and changed you. It's honed you and prepared you for whatever lies ahead. Make us proud, on duty and off. Know who you are as a person. Be clear about your values. I need to be reminded this in my profession, at my age. Just do the best you can. Nobody ever pitches a perfect game, right? Nobody's perfect. But try to be a person of integrity, authenticity, and generosity. Work hard, work smart, and don't take the job for granted. Have no entitlement or apathy. Try not to get caught up in the politics and pitfalls of living and working in close quarters. It can breed closed minds, cynical attitudes, and acerbic tongues. Learn from those with whom you work closely. It can make you a better person, and you can make somebody else better. And then lastly, gravitate toward those you know to be leaders and those that you will find out to be leaders. Be a leader yourself. Gravitate to those with character, those from whom you can learn. And our hope is that you'll have a long and fulfilling career with your department, the Boston Fire Department, and you will continue to gradually change for the good. And may your experiences make you more proficient, make our city safer, the departments better. So with that, let us stand as we're able and pray to the God of our understanding. Dear God, we ask you to send your blessing, your love, and your protection upon this graduating class of 2024. Guide them, lead them, and protect them. Remind them of their calling to serve and to save, to think of others without always thinking of themselves first, especially the most vulnerable in our midst. Bless their families, the instructors, and all who've inspired and mentored them. Bless the leadership of our city, Mayor Michelle Wu, our Commissioner, Paul Burke, the leadership and the rank and file of the Boston Fire Department. God bless all first responders and all protectors of us through their past and current service in the military. And lastly, may the blessing and the love of our God, the God of the prophets, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, come upon us and be with us forever. Amen.
Our next speaker will be the Commissioner of the Boston Fire Department and Chief of the Department, Paul Burke.
Can you remain standing for just 1 second? Can we take a moment of silence for Firefighter Kennedy and Firefighter Walsh? It's been 10 years. A lot of firefighters in this room were there at that fire. So please bow your head for 1 minute. Thank you. Please be seated. I'd like to thank everybody for attending today's graduation. Mayor Wu, thank you for being here. Without your support, our department, this day would not be possible. Thank you so much, Mayor. Captain McDonald, Captain McCarthy, and your entire Academy staff, thank you for your hard work and training in preparing these members to be Boston firefighters. To the members of this graduating class, congratulations. Today is the last day you'll all be together in the same location. Enjoy your success. You belong to the best profession in one of the best departments in the nation. You have completed our academy and now will be joining our ranks with the responsibilities of upholding our reputation. My advice to you when you begin working in the firehouse is to take time to learn your job. The academy gave you a great foundation of skills. It is your responsibility to build on them. Pay attention to your senior firefighters in each firehouse. Spend time each shift familiarizing yourself with the apparatus and the tools. And here's the most important sentence I'm going to say today. FFOPs, you should be seen and not heard. It's a good rule to live by during your probationary year. So keep your head down, do your job for this 1 year anyhow. Each one of you have a long career ahead of you. Make it a healthy one. Wear your self-contained breathing apparatus. The dangers of our profession are many. Pay attention to the hazards at not only fires, but also all emergencies. Our department has the best equipment. Learn how to use it. The safety of your fellow firefighters and for yourself. No two emergencies are the same. At each emergency you respond to, learn at least one thing to keep in your toolbox. To the families of the graduates here today, you have every right to be proud of them. The challenges of our academy are not to be taken lightly. Each graduate has worked hard over these last 21 weeks, learning the complex and dangerous duties of being a Boston firefighter so that they may serve this great city with honor and distinction. With today's graduation, not only has these graduates completed 21 weeks of intense training, all of your families have grown to include the entire Boston Fire Department family. Welcome to you all. It's my honor to introduce the mayor of the city, Michelle Wu.
Good morning, everyone. I am not one on the program amidst such illustrious experts to begin adding any more advice. You've heard some incredible words of wisdom from those who know the job deeply and who have been with your new colleagues in some of the best moments and in some of the hardest moments. And so what I wanted to offer today is just from my perspective, in my role as mayor, I get to see all of the invisible things that make a city work, that go unnoticed by members of the public because they're taken for granted or they're so solid here in our city that we just count on them and don't give it a second thought. And from that perspective, the most impactful invisible actions in our city are those of our first responders. You are the people in a society where people are actually growing further and further apart, looking at devices all day or going from a very predictably scheduled day with everything booked in its spot. You are the heroes who come in when things don't go according to plan. When strangers whose names you don't know need help in a moment of desperation and fear for their lives. And so I'm up here incredibly honored to be with this stage of leaders and with the group of leaders you're about to join to say thank you. You are giving your lives to service and you're entering a family for life. Your families have been a huge part of that. I want to thank and recognize all those who have sacrificed so that you could be where you are and who are going to continue in some ways to worry alongside you, to do this job and serve alongside you. And so thank you to all the loved ones for your service to our city and all of the cities that are represented. Could you join me in giving your family and loved ones a round of applause? Thank you so much to Commissioner Burke for your leadership. You've been absolutely a dream to have as a partner in this role, someone who knows the job inside out, who has a vision for how to keep strengthening and improving already the nation's very best fire department and to build a team in doing so. And I want to thank the chops, Marshall and Calabrese as well for your leadership. Thank you so much to leaders of 718 who are here, Mr. President Sam Dillon and Vice President Haywood, who are on scene always, whether it's in the community or in a moment of crisis, to be there to advocate and to make sure that they have your back. And to Rabbi Korf and Father Uni and Reverend Thompson and Father Curry, you see the hardest parts of this job with our firefighters and with their families. And so your presence always and your service to the city is much, much appreciated. I also want to recognize the entire staff supporting Commissioner Burke and the team, all of our firefighters in the room. I think I see some of our cadets here as well. And I want to thank and recognize my fellow elected officials who are here. I know I saw earlier State Representative Rob Consalvo, as well as State Representative Chris Worrell. They're both standing in the back in the doorway. Did I miss any other elected officials? Okay. Thank you so much for all the sacrifices that it's taken to get you to this moment. As I think about those moments that go unseen, it is the most impactful actions of this department that have changed the course of a family's life and therefore the flow of our city. That fire on Labor Day, where everyone went from enjoying a day off with their family members, barbecuing, to being called in, all hands on deck on Ellington Street to save lives. Or those construction accidents where a worker's life hung in the balance, and it was thanks to the actions and leadership and quick, decisive actions of this department that we were able to send someone back home that day. Or the many, many incidents that happened all throughout the night where our littlest members of our society, up to our seniors, are taken care of and revived thanks to the training that you have, the skills that you're developing, and the teamwork, the family that you belong to. So, I'm here to say there's truly no more heroic work. There's truly no higher calling than to serve your fellow citizens in a time of need when they have nowhere else to go, when they have no one else to call. And in those moments, as you heard from Father Uni, you don't always feel that sometimes all you feel in return is the fear and the anxiety and the stress of it. But I want you to know that this city has your back. We always will. And from me representing our entire city, our administration, I just want to say you have our deepest gratitude and admiration for the work that you do. And I'm very grateful also to all of our partners here representing the other communities that have been part of the Academy alongside our Boston firefighters. We welcome you and we're grateful for your service as well. And to the 47 new Boston firefighters, congratulations and welcome to the finest department in the country. You have earned this moment. We are going to be with you from now through your careers, and we are so thankful for your leadership.
I'd like to introduce our next speaker, Local 718 President Sam Dillon.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the very proud home of Boston firefighters, IAFF Local 718, Florian Hall. As president of Local 718, it is my honor and privilege to welcome our recruit class, elected officials, friends, and family into our home today on this very momentous, very proud occasion. I'd like to begin by recognizing my fellow elected members of Local 718. We're joined today by Vice President Leroy Haywood, members of our executive board. I'd like to welcome Commissioner Burke. Thank you for the leadership that you provide our department. Elected officials in the room, thank you for attending today. And thank you for always paying great mind and attention to doing your due diligence to represent and protect those of us who have sworn to protect others. Mayor Wu, thank you very much for joining us here today. And I do want to point out, as you talked about being on scene, it's one thing for any elected official, let alone the mayor, to attend a formal setting like this, come into our hall, a graduation, a retirement dinner. I've seen you, I've stood shoulder to shoulder with you. You mentioned Ellington Street, and there's been a few others. As fire was blowing out of third floor windows, and as our members were going to work out there on the street doing what they do best, you were standing right there next to us and showing up and providing that level of attention and concern. Coming from a profession that's defined by showing up and caring, that speaks volumes to us. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. I'd like to recognize the training staff of the Boston Fire Academy. The Academy it provides a fundamental and essential tool to the Boston Fire Department. They make Boston firefighters. They train our recruits how to be the very best at what you do, how to apply your tradecraft, how to learn the skills that you're going to need to not only keep yourselves alive, but your brothers and sisters out in the field, and most importantly, the civilians that we serve. So I'd like all of us here today to give a round of applause to our instructors from the Boston Fire Academy. As I was standing here, sitting there listening to Father Uni's very powerful words, Grand Rabbi Korf leaned over and said, Father Uni's giving your speech. You should probably get up there and give the invocation. You take your motivation from a higher power, so I don't know how qualified I am. Father Uni's words resonate because they're the truth. This is not a noble job. This is the most noble profession in the world. We tell ourselves, and we tell anyone who will listen, this is the greatest job in the world. And it is. But I briefly want to talk to you about why. It's not the schedule. It's not the benefits. It's not the paycheck. It's not the uniform. It's not the incredible amounts of fun and camaraderie that you're going to have over the next 32 years. Let me tell you why this is the most noble profession and the most important profession in the world. It's because it does come at a cost. And it comes at a cost to us. And as of tomorrow, all of you, a cost that you're willing to accept, you're willing to take on, and you're willing to embrace on behalf of others. You're going to see a lot of that, unfortunately.
I'm going to ask the captain to come up.
I would like to thank Captain McCarthy for his diligent work in managing the Boston Fire Training Academy for the past 4 years. Firefighting is an ever-changing profession. The use of new building materials, modern construction methods, and an increase in electric vehicles are just a few developments affecting the dynamic fire environment. Constant training and practice is necessary to keep you and the civilians you serve safe. My son's football coach had a great quote. He said, "Don't practice until you get it right, practice until you can't get it wrong." These are words to live by as firefighters. Constant training and practice will ensure that when you are thrust into emergency situations where every second counts and lives are at risk, the actions you take will be the correct ones. Being a firefighter is all about personal integrity, which we constantly stressed at the Academy. Work is an integral part of the team. Remain professional at all times. We deal with the citizens at what is often the worst time of their lives. Always show them the compassion and empathy they deserve. Be courageous. Remember, being courageous is not the absence of fear, but rather the strength to face that fear and overcome it. Congratulations to all of you and your families on a great accomplishment. We sincerely wish you a long, happy, and healthy career. Stay safe.
I think this is the time we've all been waiting for. I'm going to ask the commissioner to please come up and issue the oath of office to our new recruits.
All right. You guys ready? Raise your right hand, please. Repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States, the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, and the ordinances of the City of Boston, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of a member of the Boston Fire Department and will obey the orders and instructions of my superiors to the best of my ability. Congratulations.
Come on, we can do better than that. Standing ovation, come on. Please be seated, thank you. I'm going to ask the captain to come up and issue the names. Any of the badges?
Okay, I'm going to read off the name and who's going to be pinning you. Can just walk right up to the stage, okay? I think we're going to do a photo for each group, too. We'll do a photo for each group as we go along. So first is Joseph Parmagine being pinned by his father, David Parmagine. I'm just going to check him out. John Hayes being pinned by John is being pinned by Boston Fire Lieutenant Patrick Hayes. Roy Rodriguez Jr. being pinned by his mother, Maria Rodriguez. Brian Mosca being pinned by his girlfriend, Annie Cavo. Kevin O'Brien being pinned by his brother, Jack O'Brien. David Christopher Bartley being pinned by one of our most compassionate instructors at the Academy, Nicholas Crisoli. John Burke, being pinned by his father, Michael Burke. Huh? Hunter Gerald Bradanisi, being pinned by his father, Medford Fire Lieutenant Gerald Bradanisi II. Matthew Coos, being pinned by his wife, Marissa Coos. Jonathan Crombie, being pinned by his girlfriend, Kayla Tashjian. Kyle Cushing, being pinned by his father, Joe Cushing. Stephen Mark Donovan Jr., being pinned by his brother, Martin Donovan. Brendan Fitzpatrick, being pinned by his grandfather, retired Boston Fire Captain Rodney Horton. Brian Joseph Fortier, being pinned by his fiancee, Hannah Dion. Joseph M. Panetta, being pinned by his mother, Linda Panetta. Trahan, being pinned by his brother, Boston firefighter Joey. John Coffey, being pinned by his mother, Patricia Coffey. George Hennessy, being pinned by his fiancee, Leah Marzlek. Donovan LaMonica, being pinned by his girlfriend, Amanda Aragonis. Brian McCulloch, being pinned by his grandfather, retired Boston firefighter Gerald McLaughlin. Thank you. Luke John Pugsley, being pinned by his fiancee, Courtney Ware. Daytona Ravina Smith, being Mackenzie Walter Murphy, being pinned by his grandfather, retired District Chief Donald Price. Brian McKinley, being pinned by his father, Paul McKinley. Wyatt Grant Konofsky, being pinned by Boston firefighter Terrence Baisley, excuse me. Martin Ridge, being pinned by Boston firefighter Russell McDonald. The little guy from the class. Sean Kelly Lampron, being pinned by his mother, Patricia Lampron. Nice shirt. Nevin Paul Connors, being pinned by his mother and father, Teresa and Walter Connors. Eric Savard, being pinned by his wife, Katrina Savard. Constantine Corellis, being pinned by his mother, Stacy Brady. Devin Anthony Santangelo, being pinned by his father, Robert Santangelo of the Boston Fire Department. David Paul Fleury, being pinned by his wife, Natalie Fleury. Christian Dorian, being pinned by retired Boston firefighter Chris Mackin. Michael Doherty Walsh, being pinned by Boston Fire Deputy Chief Jamie Lonergan. Siobhan Bernadette Elvin, being pinned by her brother Patrick Elvin. Manuel Almanza, being pinned by John and Libby Vasquez of the FDNY. Alejandro Santos, being pinned by his brother David Santos. Antonio Santillan, being pinned by his mother, Norma Zermenio. Ricky DePina, being pinned by his father, Paolo DePina. William Kim Lau, being pinned by his brother, Daniel Lau. Edson Pires Mendez, being pinned by his wife, Elizabeth Mendez. Stephen Montesol, being pinned by his sister. Being pinned by his sister, Sophia Montesol. Sandra Pierre Howell, being pinned by her husband, Chris Howell. Dong Kui Duong, being pinned by his brother, An Kui Duong. Bertrand LaRose, being pinned by his mother, Marie LaRose. Dong V. Lei, being pinned by his wife, DM Tran. Yes. Could we have the Chief of Department, Michael Carroll from Stoughton, come to the stage, please? Mark McKenna of Stoughton Fire.
Yeah, get everybody from Stoughton.
Oh, you can come on up too.
Whoever you're gonna call, ask the rest of the department that's with them. So if it's the chief, ask everybody with them.
Okay. Could we have the Chief of Department, Andrew Quantity from Burlington, and anybody else from Burlington Fire that wants to come up to the stage? Burlington firefighter Benjamin Fiske. We've got the Chief of Department from Newton, Gregory Gentile, come to the stage, and any other members of Newton Fire. Newton firefighter Jaden Jean. No? Huh? Okay. Where is he down here? Oh. He's okay. Newton firefighter Nathaniel Beatrice. They got me screwed up.
Yeah, they stood up. These are all Newton.
These are all Newton? Okay.
Not the last one.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. Newton firefighter Paul DeCina. What's this? This is McCall. Okay, Newton firefighter Daniel McAuliffe. Okay, thank you. Okay, so Chief of Department Stephen Froyo, come up to the stage, please. From Malden. Okay, Malden firefighter Jaden Jean, come up to the stage, please. Malden firefighter Sean Terrell. Yes. Deputy Chief Steve Martorelli from Wellesley, please come up. Okay. Okay. Thank you. All right. Wellesley firefighter Jake Jewett, please come up to the stage. That's it. Okay. Okay, that's it for all our new recruits. We have a nice round of applause for all of them. Congratulations.
Stand on the stage because I'm going to call for the gift.
Okay.
So at this time, it's customary of the recruit class to give the academy a gift. So I'll ask the recruits that are giving the gift to step forward to give it to the captain. Slide down towards me. To close our ceremony, I'd like to have the rabbi come up and say our closing prayer.
Don't get nervous. I'm always brief. And Father Uni took all my time anyway. God bless you. Let us pray. Dear Lord, in this unprecedented time of challenge in our country and around the world, we ask your blessings on those gathered here this morning, on those who have taken a holy oath as firefighters to enter into service to our city and a commitment to our people, which demands their lives and wholehearted dedication. As these men and women today assume responsibility for the protection of our city and community, may they be conscious of your protection, O Lord, that in the rigors of their duties and the pressures of the moment, these new firefighters will know and feel in their hearts and minds and souls the wonder and the grace and the protection of your peace and guidance, O Lord. Bestow upon them and their families and our entire Boston Fire Department and elected officials and leadership the blessing of the ancient priests of Israel as recorded in the Bible. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord shine his face upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord lift up his face unto you and grant you peace. May this be God's will, and let us say amen.
I would like to thank everybody for showing up today. The Boston recruits, please stay where you're seating. Everybody else will be released. Enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you very much.